Hey, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown on how the dive feature works in Sasquatch Kick Machine. So when I say dive feature, I'm talking about this feature here in the oomph section. Hit edit here, you'll notice there's a pitch dive section. First I'm going to turn it off and walk you through just this quick tone section here. So what we have is a kick drum. Let me mute Sasquatch. This is just a kick drum of a drum track. I have it soloed so you don't hear all the other stuff going on. Let's turn this on. Okay, so what Sasquatch is doing here is it's playing a constant tone of 48 hertz that we chose right here. Whenever the kick drum hits, we can turn up this decay so that we can hear it better. Okay, so whenever the kick drum hits, you get 48 hertz coming through. If I mute the direct, you can hear that. Let me turn this up just to make it more obvious. Okay, so nothing too special going on here. So now let's talk about this pitch dive. What this does is instead of just playing a constant 48 hertz, it's going to start at 115 or whatever we have the set to hertz and dive down to 48 hertz. The speed tells how fast it's going to dive. Up here it's going to dive really fast, down here it'll dive really slow. So I'm going to set this to some extreme settings here just to make it obvious again what we're doing. Alright, so it's starting up here at 1.7 kilohertz and diving down to 48 as you slow it down as much as possible, or you can speed it up. Alright, so we'll bring it down to something a little more subtle. Now what you may have noticed is that it doesn't start at the same frequency every time. That's because it chooses a starting frequency dynamically based on how hard the kick drum is hitting. So if we zoom in a spot here, and let's just loop this. We have a soft kick here and a hard kick here. With the dive feature off, it just sounds like, the soft kick hits soft and the hard kick hits hard. But as we turn the dive feature on, you notice that the soft kick is actually lower in pitch. At least it starts out lower in pitch. Let me make it more obvious. And what that does is give us a more, I want to say, a more natural feel for the dynamics of the kick. Obviously, in this example here, we're not going for a natural sound at all. But if we wanted to kind of scale back to kind of normal settings, a little bit more, and then blend it in with the original kick. You notice that it helps it so that the hard kick, again, feels like it's kicking harder. If we don't have the dive feature on it, it's harder to get a feel for the dynamics other than volume. This gives you dynamics both in pitch and in volume, and you kind of get that chest thump. Again, I have this turned up way louder than I would in a real mix, but it's to help you hear better what's going on. So the pitch dive starts here. One other kind of nice feature about this, let's pull back and play this whole loop again so we don't have to hear those two drums, is that you can start out low and go high. I don't know of any natural drums that would do this, but this is just more for mutilation. So you can start as low or as high as you want and go to the I don't know where you'd use that sound, but options there for you. And that is how you use the pitch dive function in Sasquatch Kick Machine.